is Catherine and I'm a doctor in natural medicine and a researcher in the field of kidney health. Now imagine this for a moment. You are one of my clients. You have been diagnosed with CKD and you've been told that there is no improving. CKD only goes from
bad to worse,
they say. And yet you are asking me for advice, so maybe you still have hope. So who is right here? You or those people telling you to give up? Guys, a lot changed in the way CKD is treated today, and one of the biggest news is that improvement in kidney function is always possible, even in stage 5. This is why you should never lose hope. Actually, what I will tell you if you were consulting with me right now is that I've seen people actually get better even with CKD in the advanced stages. There are ways to get better and there are ways to avoid dialysis. And one thing all the people I've ever saw improving are doing is finding the perfect nutrients for their diets, like the ones I'm going to show you in today's video. Guys, in the last few years, we went from a diet that was meant to gently drive you to dialysis to a diet that's meant to prevent you from having to do dialysis. Yes, time now to stop going by old methods and start doing what actually works. And in fact, there is one food in particular that I want to show you that contains a nutrient that was able to prevent 15,104 CKD patients stage 3 to 5 from ending up in dialysis. And actually, I have 7 foods to share with you that are just like this one and that can make a huge difference in terms of essential nutrients and vitamins. So let's start with our number 7 for today, which is nutritional yeast. And yes, it will help you with a very common nutritional deficiency. This is why this food is so loved by people following a plant-based diet. Okay, also because it tastes like cheese and you can use it to make soups, rice, and greens and beans dishes taste better. Yes, nutritional yeast has a strong nutty and cheesy flavor, and you can also mix it with flour, spices, and water to make a cheese spread. Nutritional yeast is sold as thin flakes, granules, or powder. You can find it in the spice or condiment section at many grocery stores. Now, the reason why nutritional yeast is in this top 7 of foods with key nutrients for the renal diet is vitamin B12. Now, this is very important. According to recent studies, almost 1 out of 2 people following a vegan diet has vitamin B12 deficiency. And this may be a serious issue for people with kidney disease. Vitamin B12 deficiency is a known cause of anemia, which in turn is linked to a long list of symptoms such as fatigue and even kidney damage. This is because this vitamin is essential for blood formation, so make sure this doesn't happen to you. And while also supplementing vitamin B12 as a part of a renal multivitamin may be the best option here, there are no supplements that taste this good. Eating nutritional yeast may also help deliver this vitamin to your body little by little during the day, not just in the morning. What you should know before buying nutritional yeast is that the exact nutritional values vary between brands, so always read the label to be sure that it actually contains vitamin B12. It also contains protein, so eat it in moderation. But with the right brand, you will only need a teaspoon of nutritional yeast a day to get the job done. And guys, if you think that a plant-based diet food that tastes like cheese and that contains vitamin B12 is great, consider sharing this video with a friend and giving it a like. Okay, up next, another food source of a vitamin that's super hard to get in a renal diet. Number 6, sun-dried shiitake mushrooms. Mushrooms are super healthy, and for too long they have been banned from the renal diet because they contain some potassium and phosphorus. Luckily, we know today that with few exceptions, you don't really need to worry about the potassium and phosphorus naturally present in fruit, vegetables, and, well, mushrooms. And shiitake mushrooms are low in calories while being rich in many healthy nutrients, including vitamin B5, copper, selenium, and more. These mushrooms are so heart healthy and anti-inflammatory that many people are taking them as a daily supplement. But you can also just eat them. Shiitake mushrooms are also very tasty and very easy to find. In fact, even if most of these mushrooms come from Japan, you can find sun-dried shiitake mushrooms. This means that this product is not just cheap and easy to find, it's also healthier compared to fresh shiitake mushrooms. How is this possible, you may ask? Well, sun-dried mushrooms have 1,000 times more vitamin D than regular mushrooms. Yeah, the kidney vitamin. And this is the only plant-based food item that has some of it. Vitamin D is the most common vitamin deficiency in people with CKD, and improving your level for this vitamin is linked to a long list of health benefits. Vitamin D lowers proteinuria, makes kidney disease progress slower, it lowers blood pressure, helps with bone health, and much more. And while you should definitely also take a supplement, remember that nutrients from real foods are always better than just supplements. This is why you should consider adding sun-dried shiitake mushrooms to your diet. Up next, number 5, this is a food rich in a vitamin that you should always take with vitamin D. Also super healthy. This is natto. Natto is a Japanese delicacy, a dish made from fermented soybeans. I talked a little bit about soybeans recently, and I especially recommended them to people with diabetes and proteinuria. Reason being that soybean consumption has been linked to significant improvement in both proteinuria and creatinine levels in people with diabetes. And if that isn't enough, consider that natto is more than just soybeans. Natto is also the only source of nattokinase, an enzyme that lowers blood pressure and dissolves blood clots. People with hypertension were able to lower their blood pressure significantly just by supplementing this enzyme. This is why many people believe that natto actually is the reason why Japanese people live longer and have fewer chronic diseases. And there is even more about natto that makes it healthy. Natto is fermented, so it contains probiotics, and it's also the best source there is of a real kidney-saving vitamin, a vitamin that you should always take with vitamin D. I'm talking about vitamin K2. Natto is also incredibly rich in vitamin K2 that you would only need 1 tablespoon of it a day to get twice the recommended intake of this vitamin. Amazing! Also because this means that you really need a small amount of this superfood to get enough of this vitamin, which is great because soybeans contain protein, as I was saying, and you probably need to limit that. But also keep in mind that vitamin K2 in the amounts you can find in it may have a stimulating effect, alright? This is why in Japan, natto is a breakfast staple, often served with rice. Up next, a food with a curious appearance that actually boasts impressive health benefits. Number 4, this is a cucamelon. Looks like a tiny watermelon, doesn't it? But being more closely related to the cucumber, this is the true superfood we are talking about. A cucamelon is the fruit of the Melothria scabra plant and is approximately the size of a grape. It is also known as a mouse melon. The entire fruit is edible and it comes with a rush of cucumber taste but with a sour twist. And while they're native to Central America, cucamelons are easy to grow in most regions of the United States. This fruit is nutrient dense and there is a reason why this one is our number 4 for today. No, it's not a vitamin. It's something even better. Yeah, there is only one thing better than vitamins for your kidneys. Antioxidants, because we know today that getting as many different antioxidants as possible in our diet is very important if our goal is to improve the health of our kidneys. This is what a review from the Cochrane Library recently proved. Yes, adding antioxidants to your diet is linked to improved kidney function. Incredible! And the cucamelon actually comes with two super healthy antioxidants, lycopene and beta-carotene. Lycopene is a powerful kidney protecting antioxidant that you mostly get from tomatoes. It can protect from free radical damage, but there is more to lycopene than just its antioxidant function. It is also linked to lower blood pressure and improved heart health. It's clear that we want more of it in our diets. And eating cucamelons can also give you more beta-carotene, another powerful kidney protecting antioxidant. Remember that you always want to mix and match antioxidants to get the best benefits. And guys, if you want to see what foods are the best sources of antioxidants out there, my video up here and also down in the description is for you. Okay, up next, time now to talk about one of the vitamins, if not the vitamin, with the greatest detoxing ability. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is incredibly important for your health because it's a powerful antioxidant. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that directly protect the kidneys from oxidative stress. Having stable levels of this vitamin during the day is also linked to better blood pressure management. But this is a water-soluble vitamin, meaning that your serum levels won't be very high in the evening if you, for example, only eat vitamin C-rich foods in the morning. This is why you ideally want to consume some vitamin C-rich foods during the whole day. So maybe you could have some kiwi fruit or some cantaloupe in the morning, and maybe some broccoli and some bell peppers for lunch, and some kale and some Brussels sprouts for dinner. All these foods are super healthy, by the way. But if I would ask you which fruit is the best source of vitamin C, what would your answer be? Well, most people would probably say oranges. But what if I told you that there is one fruit that's actually more than 4 times richer in vitamin C than oranges? Actually, just the rind of this fruit has more vitamin C of a whole orange. This is a guava. For those of you that have never heard about the guava, this is a super tasty fruit that's a bit like something between a pear and peach, but tangier and sweeter. You can eat it ripe with the peel, of course, or even unripe with some condiments. And as I was saying, this is one of the best sources in the world of vitamin C. But there is more to guava than just vitamin C. In fact, the consumption of this fruit has been linked to lowered blood sugar levels, which is amazing because science says that if you eat guava, not just your blood sugar levels are going to be better, but also your cholesterol and triglycerides. Now question, how can you find guava? This fruit is fairly common in Southeast Asian and Central American cuisines, so start with an ethnic grocery near you. Asian grocery stores very often carry guava. Okay guys, up next, number 2. Let's talk about a food with a nutrient that can really make a huge difference in terms of better kidney health. This is our number 2, so it has to be powerful. In fact, when you use this food to correct a nutrient deficiency, you may be able to see a rapid increase in GFR. Also, as we can see, some patients had a whopping 13% decrease in creatinine levels when taking this nutrient in just 6 weeks. This is Brazil nut. The Brazil nut is amazing, and not just because it's the best source in the world of selenium, a nutrient that directly increases GFR, as we can see. Brazil nut is also both a great snack and a true healing food. Thanks to its incredible nutritional profile, Brazil nut can help fight high cholesterol, can lower blood sugar levels, and lower inflammation in the body. Now the best part, you only need to eat 1 or 2 of these healthy nuts per day to get these incredible benefits. In fact, Brazil nuts are super rich in selenium, and since this is a mineral that can accumulate, eat Brazil nuts in moderation. And guys, if you really want the best from this kidney-saving mineral, always pair selenium with CoQ10. Why CoQ10? Well, because CoQ10 is one of the few supplements that have been used to get stage 5 renal failure patients to stop their need for dialysis. But where this supplement really shines is preventing people from even reaching dialysis. I actually recommend it to everyone over 50, especially if they are also taking a statin or a beta blocker, because all these things cause CoQ10 deficiency, which in turn causes kidney damage. So if you are taking a CoQ10 supplement, take it at the same time as you eat Brazil nuts. Selenium from Brazil nuts can also help activate the antioxidant effects of CoQ10, making it more effective. Yeah, that's a way to delay dialysis by years. Okay, there is actually one food that's even more effective when it comes to delaying dialysis. Number 1 now, this is a food rich in a nutrient that actually saved countless CKD patients from dialysis. This is asparagus. This superfood is one of the best friends of your kidneys. Asparagus contains nutrients that are known to detoxify from the body's cores, such as ammonia and other kidney toxins, and it also helps with fluid retention. There is actually substantial research supporting the notion that consuming asparagus helps managing fluid and assists in expelling excess salt and liquid from the body. Okay, but how can asparagus be the number 1 today after the incredible nutrients we have just seen? Well, there is more to asparagus than just its detoxing properties. You see, this fruit is incredibly rich in a vitamin that has been linked to a 44% slower decline in kidney function. This vitamin was studied on more than 15,000 CKD patients for more than 4 years. As we can see here, this one vitamin resulted in a significant reduction in the risks for a significant decline in kidney function during the test period, a significant reduction for the risk of death, and a very significant reduction for the risk of dialysis. And these patients only had to take 0.8 milligrams a day of folate or vitamin B9 to achieve this incredible result. And while asparagus is incredibly healthy and rich in folate, you may want to consider getting informed about a vitamin supplement to get all the folate and the other vitamins you need. Now guys, if you want to see more superfoods with incredible kidney protecting benefits, my video up here is for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!